So what's going on out there, guys? How we doing? TGIF. Yet another day. Oh, hang on one sec. Nope. Nope. False alarm. Alright, what's going on? Yet another stream. Back at it again. I'd love to show you a ton of new stuff that I've got to show, but quite honestly, I don't. Yeah. Turns out, the more you try and do stuff and expand, that means the harder it is to get stuff done. So, my boom. Oh yeah, look at this right off the bat. Okay, there you go, buddy. Own it. Let's see. Oh no. Welcome, man. How's stuff on your side of the world? How you doing, buddy? Let's see. Oh, yeah, you're in second now. Oh. Alright, so quick review. When I left you guys last Friday, I had this part working pretty well, you know, so I can start doing some level design with the tiles, which is cool. Excuse me. I just dropped in the buttons. Basically none of them work except for this guy. So I can either do it by clicking on it or by tapping the T key. And now I can go either platform or lava. I call it ground lava, right? Because I have, you know, either the dripping lava or the lava that's actually on the ground. So that at least I have a start to, right? So if we check it out, you can see I got that going on. There you go. So basically, all I got is the single tile. Now I got to actually introduce rule tile kind of stuff. Oh, did I just get raided? Hey, look at that. Dark Zone Digital just did a raid with 10 people. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. How you guys doing out there? Alright, well, I'm just getting started here. But I'll give you guys a quick rundown. Just work on a level editor, but in case you guys hadn't seen what's going on before, give you a quick introduction. Let me go into scenes, underground. So what you see here is I am, yo, Dark Zone, man. Thanks for the raid, buddy. So in a nutshell, basically what I'm doing is I'm making the world's first video game starring Tribbles from the classic Star Trek series. Here you go. And for those of you that are too young, which might be a bunch of you, to give you an idea, these are Tribbles. Cute little furry creatures, right? This is Unity. Yes, this is in fact Unity. And then before any of you guys ask, yeah, actually I do have rights. I've struck up a deal with Tribble Toys, co-founded by the guy that actually wrote the original screenplay, and they actually have the agreement with CBS. So that's why I'm able to make the game and not worry about a bunch of CBS lawyers knocking on my door. But yeah, so yep, working on Unity. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was years in the making trying to get that agreement to actually drop in place, and it finally did happen, and I'm really pretty happy with it. Been working on it. Have you met any of the Jedis? No. Star Trek, not Star Wars. But, you know, hey, if Disney wants to offer me some Star Wars love, I'd be happy to make a Star Wars game for sure. I absolutely grew up on Star Wars for sure. Anyways, so if you know anything about Tribbles, the idea is that Tribbles are cute little furry pets that have a really terrible tendency to eat all the food that they find on ships. And your little guy, your little Tribble, did exactly that, right? So he gets caught on a ship, and the crew, in a fit of rage, beam him into the core of a planet whose molten core is actually rising. So you are actually trying to climb your way to safety. Having worked on a Star Wars game at Disney, you want no part. Fair enough. Those games are usually terrible. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, hey, Dark Forces was awesome, but then again, that was how many decades ago? Yeah, okay, valid point. I still got my Dark Forces demo disc, man. The one that actually had Dark Forces on one side and Full Throttle on the other. I love that thing, man. Yeah, they released a lot of dudes. Oh, duds. Yeah, that's so true, man. Oh, okay. So, I played that so much. I did too, man. I love that thing. And Full Throttle is still my, like, and actually not one of my, but it's actually my favorite graphic adventure game, right? So here we go. I'll crank up the volume here for the game for a second. So, and these are the little guys chasing you are called Glommers. They were actually introduced in the animated Star Trek series. also written by the same guy, which is why I get the rights to use tribbles and glommers. So the food, when you get beamed into the planet, kind of got beamed down with you. So you can collect the food, and if you collect 10, you can actually replenish your health. So play-wise, we're talking about a platformer in the lines of like Spelunky, Super Meat Boy, Downwell, that kind of concept. That exact demo disc. Yeah, dude, I still got it, man. I still got it with the sleeve, too. I think I have a couple copies of it, you know? But yeah, I would... And then, of course, back then, if you were like me, my hard drive was literally like 150 meg. So it was one of those things that I had to choose which game I wanted to play. And I had to uninstall the other one just so I could actually load that one up, right? Old 46 SX25, I think it was. Or did I move up to the DX at that point? I don't remember. Yeah. So... And you get these little bonus rooms. If you find these little hidden areas, you can get these bonus rooms, collect some additional gems. Oh, shoot, and then take some damage. But you got to go pretty fast because you see the lava starts rising on you. So you got to collect them and get out. So the gems will be used at the end of a level to either replenish your health or to score some power-ups, which, to be honest, I don't have the power-ups active yet. What you're seeing is about 5 months in worth of development, so I still got a ways to go. I'm targeting a release of next year. So there's still a bunch to go. There's going to be ultimately 4 environments that you kind of work your way through, starting with the underground, move up into a canyon, and then up into a jungle, and then back onto the spaceship that you started on. So still got a ton of work to do, but you see the progress here. So, yeah. So I have a partner here that has made some fantastic art for me, a guy named Daniel, and I've been doing the animation. I'm actually an animator by trade. I'm not a programmer, so my programming code sucks, but it runs. It doesn't produce errors, and it doesn't run at 5 frames a second, so I'm a okay coder, but not trained. So, oh, crap, almost got stuck there. Oh, shoot, that's bad. Uh-oh. Yep, that was bad. Took damage. There you go. Same? Oh, yeah? Working code is exactly. Hey, that's it. It's kind of like because I get like real coders that'll like point out, you know, why are you doing it this way, and it's kind of like because it runs. You know. There you go. Yeah. So it is Unity. I'm using their, and I get my health back. That's good. I'm using their 2D tile system, and here we go with the top level. So we beat this section. There you go. And at this point, I could replenish health if I needed to, but I'm maxed out, so I don't need to. I have power-ups that don't actually function yet. I'll be incorporating those pretty soon. But ultimately, you can like go on to the next level, right? Which should work. There it goes. And then, of course, temp. As it says, placeholder art, of course. So this is the map. So the idea is you start in the underground area, and you have 4 sections of that. And then you move on to the canyon, and then you move on to a jungle, and then if you get up to the top there, you get back onto the spaceship, right? So 4 worlds, 4 sections each, kind of 16 kind of sections total, you know, so you have different environments and different opponents that you work through. Rad. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thank you much. So, so yeah, I'm kind of... So I've been doing this a while. I've been doing Unity development for a decade now. This is actually my 7th game, and I've always worked pretty much by myself. I've brought in a couple of freelancers here and there, but I mean, by and large, just me kind of plugging away. But I'm starting to shift that. I'm actually starting to spread the love, right? And unfortunately, what I was always concerned about is if I started doing that, I was going to get myself kind of pulled off the box, and that's exactly what's happening. So one of the first things I've decided to do is actually bust out a level editor so I can actually make a WebGL version and then put this online and hopefully recruit some helpers to help me build out some additional levels, because it's not really a nightmare. Hey, Tetravus is now following. Thank you, man. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. So making levels isn't that hard. It only takes a couple hours to kind of like come up with an idea, but it's just because now I'm sort of getting bogged down by so much other stuff that I'm having to bite the bullet, because before I was just kind of manually making the levels using the level editor, the tile tool, but now I'm actually doing a full-on true level editor. So that's what I was working on today when you guys decided to come by and say hello. There you go. So what I have so far is you can just paint the tiles in, right? And this is, like I said, using Unity's 2D tile stuff. Just kind of drop it in. There you go. There you go. My buddy Maboob, he loves that. That's my dog Penny there. Oh, did you miss? I think you missed. Yep, missed again. Sorry, buddy. All right, so I've just started work on this. And so what I have so far is the ability to drop in tiles like that. And I just started working on the idea of being able to drop in the lava tiles, which will go on top of it. So right now, whereas this one, if we come back to platform, I keep passing it. There. You know, you can see I have a kind of smart rule setup going here, right? So it adjusts itself. But now with the lava, I don't have that yet, which is what I'm going to try and work on today. Yeah. So there you go. If you got any questions, yeah, Darkstone, man, fill me in. So you worked on Star Wars titles for Disney or under Disney. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I obviously game dever. Did you like dump it and start going solo, or are you still doing that? Oh, and then I have like shift deletes, so that's working now. Yeah, I worked at studios for 13 years, an environment artist. Oh, sweet. Then I went solo like 2 years ago. Congrats, man. How's that going so far? You still developing, or have you got anything out the door yet? And are you focusing on mobile or console? I always love what everyone else is doing. Great at first, and now I'm broke. PC mostly. Yeah, my first 6 titles were all mobile. And this is going to be my first one that's going to be mobile, PC, as well as console. Part of that is because I have the IP attached to it, which is a very good, helpful thing. And it's going to be my first premium title in 10 years. So that's going to be different as well. But yeah, I sympathize with you. I'm in the same situation, as I think I mentioned earlier that I am an animator, right? By trade, I mean, I've been doing animation for television shows for 20 years. And the beauty of my situation is that I was in LA for 12 years, but I moved out to Vegas to live cheap. But I still kind of go back to LA and do the occasional animation job. So I basically, the video game is sort of like the love and passion, but the animation work kind of pays the bills occasionally, subsidizes the game development until I have a game that blows up enough that I can stop saying yes to all the animation work. But I worked on a game called Welcome to the Game 2. Then I put out my one solo title, The Subject, and now this project. Oh, sweet. Okay. And those are on Steam, or how'd you do with that? Were those, because you mentioned your PC focus, so how was that? I mean, like I said, I have like anecdotal stories from some buddies that have done Steam releases, but I have not done that myself yet. Welcome to the Game 2 was with another dev, and that was great. The subject was meh. This one we'll see. Mine are on Steam. Oh, sweet. Well, I mean, I'd be happy to bring it up if you want to do show and tell. It's up to you, but let's see. Oop. All right. Sorry, just checking my stuff here. Oop. Yep. So, but yeah, if you want to like throw up a link, if you like, that's fine. Look up the subject. Will do. Maybe. There we go. The subject. So you priced it at $8. Is it? Oh, sweet. It looks good. Unreal, Unity. Outstation is my current one. Oh, sweet. Oh yeah, Unity as well. Honestly, I was thinking that was not Unity. It was looking a little prettier. I'm not trying to bag on Unity, saying that Unity's crap, but we know what Unity can and can't do, right? That's pretty, man. So real-time first person. Let's see, single player. Yep. Nice. Action, adventure indie. Sweet. Oh, and you got a positive. That's awesome right there, man. Let's see. And when did this actually come out? Okay, so November. Oh yeah, you were almost at the 1 year mark. Sweet. Huzzle Poor. Woo, and I'm not even drinking yet. Puzzle Horror. Cool. There was a 3-day thing. Oh, gotcha. 3-day sale kind of thing. Uh-oh. I just got another raid. Look at that. Mike and Principal did a raid with 3 people. Mike, welcome, buddy. How's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Hey. All right, join the fun. I just got an earlier raid of 10. Happy to have you guys here. It was a personal game jam. Oh, sweet. Have to go take a power nap. Can't work. All right, Mike. Thanks for the raid, buddy. Thank you much, man. So welcome to those that just joined in. I was just checking out Darkstone's projects. He's released on Steam. He's done some PC stuff. Oh, there we go. Oh, so that one you did for 99 cents. Wow. Okay, and that was July, so that was the recent release, right? Oh, so is this sort of like the oh shoot, what are the horror series that I'm really terrible at? That was made in 3 days. Really? Holy crap, 3 days, man. Mute this here. Wow, so that was a 3-day game jam. Dude, that's impressive, man. Seriously. Nice. It was a fever dream of coding and fast modeling. That's sweet. So I'm just curious, what do you use for modeling? Are you a Blender guy, or do you use some other tool? I'm always curious what everyone's weapons of choice. Yeah, Maya? Oh, sweet. Okay. I animated Maya. As I said, I've been doing animation for 20 years. So back when I was in Hollywood doing it back in the day, our weapon of choice back then was actually Lightwave. And I got really good at working in Lightwave, but their animation tool sucked. So when Maya came along, I shifted over to Maya for animation, but I still do all my modeling in Lightwave, which is hysterical. I'm using this ancient old tool. But it served me well, man. I've been using it for over 20 years now. So there you go. There's Lightwave. If you want to see what Lightwave looked like 15 years ago, it's right here. I'm sorry, I shouldn't bag on it. They've made changes somewhere, but it is a great little program. If you've ever used Modo, Lightwave was the precursor to Modo, right? Modo is sort of what Lightwave modeler should have metamorphosized into, but yeah, I'll get off that soapbox. But it still serves me well. I'm although I don't use it for UVing. UVing in Lightwave is a nightmare, so I use 3D Coat actually to do all my UV stuff, right? Which I love 3D Coat. I haven't taken the time to actually learn how to model in it, but yeah. So I do that, and then I bump it over into my. I actually use my LT. If you're familiar with it, Maya, which is expensive as hell. Maya, I think rents for like $185 a month now. Their license, they're way beyond my price range. So I use Maya LT, which is Maya without the rendering tool, which is fine because all I'm doing is animating game characters. So, for example, excuse me. So, having a little trouble here. I use Maya Indie now, which is $250 a year. Oh, okay. Before that, I was Maya Indie. Okay, fill me on. Wait, what is Maya Indie? That's not like a student thing, is it? I am not familiar with this concept. Become a pro at a price you can afford with Maya Indie. Whoa! Holy crap, dude. It's making under 100K. Well, I satisfy that need. That qualification, rather. Wow, I was completely unaware. Huh. Okay. I mean, granted, I'm looking forward to busting through that 100K limit, but at the moment, dude, I was unaware. And it's, wow, and it's $250 a year? Oh my god, dude. Thank you for that. I was unaware, man. I'm definitely jumping all over that. And it's the full thing. Nothing is missing. Sweet. That is awesome. All right, well, in the meantime, I still got my Maya LT license, which ironically, I guess I'm paying pretty much the same price for, right? Without the renderer. But, yeah, so let's see if I got my little device here. So here's an example of me just kind of plugging away. So it's 2D, right? So you can see the pieces all split up. So I just took the individual pieces and just sort of like, just went nuts. Front view. There you go. Just did a little squash and stretch on it. Because, let's see. Just turn off auto renew when you get it because it will auto up you to $1,500 a year after that. Wow, unless you sign up again. Nice. Okay, well that's good to know. That would be a scary whoops. Wow, to go from $250 and then suddenly find yourself with an additional $1,250 bill. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, pro tip. Yeah, thank you for that, man. Definitely appreciate it. So that's basically my setup, right? I start off in Lightwave, model it. In this case, it was actually primarily just quads that I split up. I was thinking I might actually go in and move verts, but I didn't need to go that far with it. So even this is kind of overkill. I could have just stuck with the plain old quad, but that's fine. But as I mentioned before, I have a really talented artist named Daniel who has given me some amazingly, he's an insanely talented 2D artist, 3D artist as well. He can actually model as well. Just an incredibly talented guy. So he gets me the stuff, and then I animate, and then throw it together and put it into the full package, which is what we have here. I'll do one more run here in case few people just showed up. But I'm going to scenes, underground, save. Yeah. So one more time, the game is based on Tribbles from Star Trek. I closed it. Why did I do that? Tribbles. There you go. There you go. So go to images, not shopping, images. There you go. So Tribbles, which I do have the license agreement. Everything is looking great though. We'll be back. Oh, thanks you, man. I have to head out though. Kids are back and dinner time. Hey, Darkstone, thanks for the raid, buddy. I appreciate you coming by and I appreciate you talking. And yeah, I love your games, man. Thanks for sharing as well. So, yeah. Boston Mass is not following. Boston Mass, thanks for the follow there, buddy. Thank you so much, man. All right. So, oh shoot, I just took damage. Have a good stream. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. So the idea is a Tribble. As I did, just a quick little reference there. They are these cute little guys. Let's see. Do I have it still up? Yeah. There you go. So if you ever saw the famous Star Trek episode, The Tribble Troubles, and I'm not just doing this for fun, so I'm not going to get attacked by CBS lawyers. I actually have an agreement with Tribble Toys, co-founded by the guy that wrote the original screenplay. They have the agreement with CBS. So I'm actually doing this legitimately and not like under the radar, which is why I can talk about it publicly without a fear of giant scary lawyers knocking on my door. But the downside is all I have license to is the name Tribbles and Glommers, which I'll show you that real quick. For the diehard Star Trek fans, they may actually remember the animated series. And Tribbles made a second appearance in the animated series, and more Tribbles, more troubles. And the Klingons actually invented Glommers, right? Genetically engineered them, and they do one thing, and that's eat Tribbles. So because it's written by the same gentleman, I have rights to both Tribbles and Glommers, and that's it. I didn't even have rights to the sound effects. I had to actually kind of reverse engineer the sound effects to try and mimic that. I meant to be asleep now, but I'm a rebel. Move. Glad you're hanging around, buddy. Penny is happy you're hanging around since you're the one that plays catch with my dog the most. Oh shoot! And I just took another damage there. So the idea is that Tribbles are these cute little furry creatures, but they have a tendency to eat all the food that they find on ships. And that's what this guy was doing when he got caught. So basically what happened is they beamed him into the core of a planet whose molten core is actually rising. So now you play as this Tribble that's trying to just climb your way to safety. And they beamed you while you were with the food, which is why the cans of food kind of got sent down with you. So if you collect 10 of them, boom, then you'll get yourself another bit of health. Where am I at? I'm at 6 of 10. 7, so I got a couple more cans before I can replenish my health totally, or at least by 1. And the gems come into play later on. You can collect gems and use those for either replenishing your health at the end of a level or for power-ups, which I don't have implemented yet. I'm still early in development. This is about 5 months in. Get a bunch of gems here. Oops. I messed that up. Yeah, so these are the bonus rooms. Shoot. And then you got to be careful because the lava rises up. And I totally screwed that up. That's okay. I'm just playing crap in my own game. Nothing wrong with that, right? There you go. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it, but we'll see. No, I'm... Okay, whoops. Boom, there you go. Yep, my Discord's blowing up here. No. Okay. So, that's it. I'll turn the audio back on. So, the music is still temp. I found a really... So, if you hear that little Tribble purr, if you know anything about Star Trek, the purr is actually pretty close, but I had to sort of like figure out what they did and regenerate the sound effect myself because I was not allowed to use their sound effect. And then the damage, that sound effect too, which is the classic Tribble screech. So that's it. The idea is that you start off in this underground canyon and you work your way through 3 environments beyond that, and hopefully you get your way back onto the ship and hopefully escape. So that is Tribble Troubles. That is my 7th game that I've made, or am making, I guess. But what I was working on today, when you guys came around, is a level editor. I've been hard coding on my levels up to this point, and I decided to bite the bullet and realize that I need to go ahead and do a proper level editor. So I'm at the point now where you can drop in your pieces, and I do like a smart thing where it checks for the surrounding tiles and puts the correct one there. Sort of like the rule tile that you see in 2D tiles, but sort of like my own custom version. And I just started to introduce the lava stuff, and you can see lava doesn't have any of the rule tile stuff, which is what I was going to work on next. So there you go. If you got any questions about it, please throw them out there. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can make this work. Or you can just play catch with my dog. She likes that too, as Mobo is doing now. Alright. So, yeah, so we're at here. So, basically I split this up. So, lava tile. Did you do it? Oh, yeah, there you go. Nice toss. Alright. So, we got delete. And then, so right now it just does a hard code. So we do check, and then we do actual update. So I don't need that, I don't think, because I was doing a different way, but I think if I'm checking individual tiles, I don't have to do a check here. So update lava tile, and then down here I should have, yeah, so this is what we want. So then if it's a delete, we do that one. If it's not a delete, my boob is addicted to playing catch with my dog. He's just determined that he's going to try and get first place from me. Not going to happen, buddy. Oh no, it broke. Oops. Look at that bad coding. Well, at least my game didn't crash. Alright, let me boot him back up again. Sorry about that. One sec. Alright, let me move it back over. Put him back in here. It's at the top. See, did I bring it back up? Done? Nope, it didn't. Yeah, Streamlabs can be really finicky sometimes, I'm telling you, man. There it goes. Alright. Yep. Yeah, I gotta fix that. I think I just have an array error that it goes through the list and it doesn't properly iterate through, and it once it goes through all the different ones, it crashes it. So, meant to fix that, but didn't get around to it. Alright. So, what we're going to do now is, when so you saw the platform stuff. That's doing all the rule tile stuff pretty well. It looks for the surrounding tiles and drops the proper tile in there. So what I need to do now is do the same thing with a platform tile. So what I should also check is, I'm going to create a cheat sheet here. So let's see. Oh, who did I? Let's see. Update. Oh, mouse down. Update. Oh, I guess I do need that because, okay, you know what? Yeah, shoot. Because I am doing that when I delete. There you go. Yeah. So when I delete the tile, it actually uses that bit to figure out which one is actually deleting. So I'm going to leave that code in there and not remove it. Okay. So check lava tile. So first things first is let me make my little cheat sheet list here. So let's go to images, underground tiles. There you go. Bring in the sprite editor so I can make myself a nice little cheat sheet. All right, so these are the tiles that I have to play with, but excuse me, for the editor, I'm just going to focus on a couple of these. A couple of these are key ones. So, for example, so this guy is 0. So I'm just going to make a simple little cheat sheet here. And then just for simplicity's sake, I have all these ones with different kind of rock. So there's not like just a repetitive kind of thing. But right now for the editor, I'm just going to let it lock into this one. So 5. And then, excuse me, and then elbow, which is 26. Or it can actually go down. So I'm going to make it that way as well. So let's see if it's down. It'd be, I guess I can do the same one that way. I've been learning Java because I want to be a software developer. I need to learn more languages. Yeah, the more you have, obviously, the better chance you have of landing a gig. But as we talked about before, man, you're still young, man. I'm envious of the early start you're getting. But definitely, Java I think is a great way to get started and then expand from other languages beyond that. Definitely look at downloading both Unity and Unreal because, I mean, neither one of them costs anything to start playing with, right? And then, obviously, with Unity, you're going to play around with C#, and then Unreal, you play around with C++. All right. So, let me think. I guess I can just use that one reversed. So, let's see. Oh, that's if it's ending elbow. So, if it's elbow, or it would be this one if it's 24 and elbow, right? So yeah, I got all these little variations, and that's why this thing gets kind of so goofy and weirded up, is the fact that, so we start at the top here, right? And it can either do one of those things where it just continues on, or it can dogleg. And is it going to dogleg with the lava continuing to go, or is it going to dogleg stop there, but then the ground curves there, right? So I got to kind of offer all those options. Let's see. So I say that one is the top, or I could rotate that. Oh, I got to figure out how to inverse. I can rotate, but you know what? Actually, top. Let's see. So I can say that top left, or bottom right, because I can rotate it 180. And then that is 2. So that's top right or bottom left. There's probably a cleaner way to do this, but I honestly don't know. Now this one, because this one actually I would have to inverse if I wanted to reuse it for both sides, and I'm not quite sure how to do that at runtime. I can spin them, but I don't know how to flop them. So what I may do is just make use of both of these guys. This is a simpler way. So 8. Let's go space that out like that. Go 8, and then elbow this way. Mirror. Yeah. No. But Geek. Geek Angle. Thank you for that. Yeah, I know that on if you're using it in the editor, but what I'm talking about is doing it at runtime, because what I'm doing is actually just to show you. Revert. Is I'm making my own level editor. So I need to be able to do this through code and actually not in the editor, because I want to put the level editor out there so I can have other people help me make levels for the game. So I can spin them, right, at runtime through code, but I'm not sure how to. Yes, I am using the tile map. So, for example, let's go grid. There you go. So yeah, you can see this if I select it there. So I even throw tile map in my naming convention just for simplicity's sake. But yeah, so you see this is conventional. Let me turn that off. So tile map, really? Oh, the renderer. There you go. So yeah, I'm just using. So just have them drop rule tiles in. The people that are making the level editor, the making levels for me. Well, I mean, or I can. I mean, I have left and right versions, right? So I can just make use of those, so I don't have to complicate things. My whole thing is I want it to be as simple as possible, you know. And so right now, if you want to do foreground, you just go like this, boom, draw it out, and you're good. And then clean it up like so. There. Oh, there. Nice and clean. And then I'm gonna have lava, where you can do lava on top of it, like that. Which I gotta make the rule tile for that. So I do have the rule tile handling most of this stuff, right? But like I said, with rule tile, or at least with my own custom rule tile, I can do spin, but the flipping, yeah, it's not that big deal because I do have the alternate version. So let me bring this back up again. Uh-oh. Mabu, man, you're messing up, buddy. You missed again? Where are you at? Oh, you're tied with me. All right, I'll take a shot at this. Yeah, if you want to play catch with my dog, there you go. All you gotta do is type exclamation point, toss disc. There you go. Perfect shot. I didn't rig that, as far as you know. All right, where's my cheat sheet? Okay, so then we want to go elbow left. All right, and then this will be 29. Right. Make sure I got all these guys actually brought in. I think I have them all plugged in. So in elbow was 24. Yeah. Good. And oh shoot. Yeah, these I can just spin. Because I got either side. So that is so rigged. No, you're totally off base as far as you know, man. I'm telling you. Okay. So that's 24. And then, so on the other side it'd be 3. And elbow. But spin 180. All right. Elbow left, right. Oh, actually I should end elbow bottom. Bottom left and bottom right. So then it'd be 3 top left, and of course this is going to be spun around, so we say there we go. So that covers all our vertical stuff. Elbow concave. I just finished playing with my pup, so I'm good there. I did the math. In total, you need 47 tiles if you don't spin or flip them. Yeah, but I mean, I can do that, right? I mean, my artist was that produced this for me was wise enough to actually come up with permutations to cover either by doing the flipped versions or knowing that the rotate would actually cover it. Not saying you shouldn't. Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, so the vertical ones, let's see. Actually, wait a second. Is that little Yeah. That's the So these are the vertical ones are a little thinner, and then these, which are actually just for space, are turned. But these guys would actually be the horizontals. So we'll call. Do you know RPG Maker VX? I'm familiar with RPG Maker, but I haven't played with it at all. I've been a Unity guy for a decade at this point. But how about you, man? Is that a weapon that you like putting to use? Tell me about yourself. Fill me in, man. You a game maker yourself? I'm big on, like, if people want to talk about the other stuff they're working on, I'm big with show and tell. So feel free to spill the beans there. That's fine. No, I hate it, but I like the tile system. Well, and then Unity's 2D tile system is brand spanking new. I think it's out of preview mode at this point, I think, but some of the rule tiles are still in preview, but function pretty well for the most part. Depends on which version of Unity you're using. So, for example, I get this. If I switch over to this one, Underground Tiles, I get a whole mess of errors. Excuse me, and I think that's driven just by the fact that I'm using 19.1, 2019.1. I should be using 19.2, but I'm too lazy to go to GitHub to get the right version, and it doesn't affect anything. It's not affecting the actual execution, so I just kind of ignore it. Yeah, I did a thing to convert the texture, the way that it used to the 47 tiles for the map, to make an auto tile set for Unity. Oh, sweet. So was that building off of the 2D tile set, or is that just rolling your own? All right. So let me come back to my cheat sheet, finish this up. Okay. So, and who's this guy? He is 6. So that's going to be knee, bottom left, or top right. 180, of course. All right. Kind of running out of room here a little bit. Let me space that out like so. There we go. All right, and then so this guy is 12. Knee bottom right, and then top left, 180'd for Unity. Yeah, that's sweet, man. So are you predominantly a programmer? Because I'm not, man. I'm an animator that does programming because I haven't made a game that's financially successful enough to hire real programmers. So I just sort of like wing it. Let's see. So we got elbow, and then let's see these guys. Bottom left. So 27. Moment? Not sure what moment means. Let's see. So 27 would be left edge. Yeah. And then this guy, 28. Bottom right edge. And then, of course, it's going to be top right. Yeah, can't type. And there you go. My boy pulled it off. Look at that, man. You got yourself first place again. You can go to sleep happy now, buddy. All right, so that pretty much covers some of the vertical stuff. Still got to do horizontal. So for that, I'm just going to focus on, let's see. So it's 1.5. Yeah. Dude, you're truly addicted. Alright, so 10. But we need to rotate 90. He's destroying me now, man. Alright. Let's see. 16. And then this bad boy is 4. Alright, so who am I missing out on? I guess I need these guys. So that is 3 elbow. And let's see. I guess I need that for both sides. And then on this side, come back over here, 24. I think that's enough. Should be able to get some of this put together with just that cheat sheet. Alright, so let's start throwing some code out. Alright, so set tile. Nope, wait. Check lava tile. So we got the check, and then we do a update lava tile. Alright, so this is going to be kind of quasi because I need to check cardinal directions, up, down, left, right. And it's one of those things that if you do the level development right, then you'll be fine. But you'll be able to kind of break it, right, without trying. But that's going to be kind of obvious because I'm just going to check for 2 directions. And first one I find, I'm going to key off of that. C# and Unity is so much more fun than Java. Java has so much math. It's like I'm going to school again. Well, there you go, man. Start playing with C# some more then. You know, I think I mentioned before, my first 3 games in Unity, is it going to explode? Hey. I did in Unity script. That was an option back then, which was a glorified version of JavaScript. But in Unity, in their infinite wisdom, I guess they got tired of supporting multiple languages, so they just sort of like tossed Unity script into the trash can, and then I had to migrate to C# or just stop Unity, and that wasn't an option, so I had to sort of like get comfortable enough with C# that I could at least write some code. Alright, so now I got to figure out the rules on this. So we'll check up first, and we'll say if up, then we're vertical. All right, and then the subset would be for that. Let's see. So for that one, and then all we do is check below. If below, then connect. Let's see. Let's do it this way. Do it if then else kind of thing, just through comments. I'm typing this out so I can just sort of like think about it in my head. Oh, really? There. All right. Then connect. If it's no, then left or right. All right, so this is a situation like I'm talking about. So if this is a situation where you put a tile, a lava tile, and there's one above, left, and right, that should never happen. And rather than create safety checks for that, I'm just going to kind of leave it there, and it's going to be kind of broken. It's going to ignore one of them. So it should be obvious to the person using it that they got to clean it up a little bit. So is left or right? Yes. So then, yeah, because otherwise it's just going to be by himself. Okay. Then there. All right. So we check vertical first. And then vertical. And say vertical neighbor. Actually space these out. Yes. Normally I'd actually just kind of like work this out in my head, but I'm just kind of jotting this out just to make sure that I don't screw this up right from the start. So if we don't have vertical neighbor, then we check vertical neighbor above. Like so. And if not, oh, you jerk. You and your stupid spacing. There. There. Okay. I'm separated so it doesn't keep formatting on me. Hopefully. Alright. So this one we say below. So I'm going to play favorites. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I haven't done a bombing raid. Holy crap. There's a whole bunch down there. So here you go. Here's a nice little bombing raid for you guys. There you go. There you go. Everyone gets to fly. Okay. Big chunk. Okay. So we say if that is yes. Oh, God. It's just going to keep formatting it. Okay, fine. I'm just going to ignore. Or do it this way. How about this? Yes. There. Now it can't mess with me. There. Heh. Tricked you. Alright, so this one we don't... No, this one we can't... It will never be below, because if it was below, we would have determined it up there. So we don't need that one. So now we just look at left or right. And we say... There. So that kind of simplifies that one. Alright. Otherwise, it's just going to be the two by themselves. Right. Okay. So that makes sense. So then if neither of those are true, then next case would be horizontal left. We'll just start. So up, down, left, right. That's the quintessential default, isn't it? Keep reversing my cap lock. Okay. So then at this point we don't have to check up or down because this has pretty much done that for us. So all we got to do is say is there right? All right. And we say yes, connect. And then we just do the same thing here. At this point, the only thing it would be is one by itself, right? Because we've already checked the other variations. Switch that right. Cap lock. Roger, right. There it is. And we say yes. Then we just say, yeah, we connect, however we want to do that. Okay, good. So that gives us our building block right there. And what I'll do is I'll do a check and then sort of like come up with an end result. So first thing is to borrow my notes from here. All right, so let's check above. Do I have that code yet? Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, I already have that too. So down, left, right. So let's do this for real now. So if above tile Why do you hate that? Oh, because it's not a bool, it's a value. Okay, so if above tile is 1, then we gotta check to see if below tile equals 1. Alright. Then, if that's true, then that. Else, then we gotta check left and right. And I'm only going to check, I'm not going to check both left and right because, like I said, that would be a T connector, which for lava, that should never, ever be that way. So I'm just going to check the left first, and I won't check left and right. I'll check left or right. So if left tile equals 1, then do that. Say else if right tile equals 1. Otherwise, we just do an else. And 2 there would be good. Okay, so we got that. So that covers that section right here, right? So, yeah. So that's the first one. Actually, I'm just going to grab this and toss it up there. Whoops. My fat finger syndrome. Totally messed that up. There you go. By the way, me and my friend have decided to try to make a top-down 2D game. I am the programmer and he is the designer. Sweet, man. Best of luck. My advice, start simple, man. Start simple. Just move them around, have them shoot stuff, that kind of thing. I've learned a bit more about C#. Cool, man. Definitely check. There's a bunch of demos. Unity on their own website, they have a bunch of demos. So definitely dig through those if you haven't already to give you some ideas about how to do like target tracking, you know, and then how the enemies hit and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Mabu, I'm not sure where you are yet, you know, in terms of getting up to speed on C#, but those tutorials should give you a good insight into how to handle everything. Pretty much damage. The collision detection is the biggest pain in the butt. I think collision is one of the toughest things because you have collider boxes and things of that nature, but collider boxes tend to not pick up on collisions sometimes, right? Which is why people fall back on raycasts. Raycasts are fantastic, right? They're absolutely, they don't miss. You know, they will always hit, but they're also more expensive in terms of performance. So there's always that kind of trade-off. But, I mean, which you'll be digging into, of course, once you start doing the 2D stuff. But, yeah, like I said, I mean, you know, hit me up on Discord. Speaking of which, I guess I should do a blatant plug, shouldn't I? Move that over here. There you go. Speaking of Discord, for anyone that wants to give me a shout, please feel free to come on and visit my Discord server. The link is down below, but it's right there for you as well. I'm pretty much always reachable if I'm not sleeping on Discord. So if you want to give me a shout outside of the stream here, that's the best place to hit me up. Excuse me. But yeah, Mabub, yeah, you know the drill, buddy. If you got some general questions, and if I can answer it, I'll definitely help. All right. So now let's check if below tile is equal to 1, then now we know that there's, let's see, oh, so if that's the case, we can break this. So how do I want to break it? I could try it with just an else, but that's not very pretty. I guess so. We'll do it this way. Kind of feeding a bunch of if then else's, which is a bit of a no-no, but considering this is just a level editor, I don't think it's that much of a brutal hindrance. I mean, if I want to like clean it up and make it a little tighter, I can go back and tweak it, but I think this will be fine. Thanks for the spacebar code when I needed it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, man. Sure. absolutely. Yeah, those kind of things. You know, if it's one of those things that I can answer it, happy to help, buddy. All right. On my first personal project. Yeah, it took me a while to get up to speed on Unity, you know. But, yeah, definitely jump in. Okay, so then, if it is true, then, is there a left or right? And once again, we're only going to check left or right, not left and right, because we'd be saying we're making a T, which we can't do. So if left tile equals 1, then we do that. Yeah. Else if right tile equals 1, boom, done and done. All right. And then once again, let's see, I'm going to drop this in here. Actually, I'll put it right here. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure the real programmers out there will be cringing, going, dude, these are way too many if-then else's. That's just ugly. I excel at ugly, what can I say? You could use bit logic, then just check the adjacent tiles and apply a byte. So you'd have a 8-bit that form an int to ID which tile you want. So once again, as I said, we can tell who the guy who actually programs is and the guy that just hacks. I've looked at it before and I couldn't quite wrap my head around it. If this is something that I was doing it for in-game stuff, then I'd agree it would be good for, you know, to be more proficient. But considering this is just a simple level editor, I'm not sure if I need to spend the time trying to educate myself on how to do that. I get that, because what you're doing obviously would be creating the prime values. So then when you add the quads together, you get the end result, right? And then you know which one it has to be by that logic, correct? I think that's what you're saying. But yeah, pretty much, right? So you make like above 1 and then 2 and then, oh shit, what's the next prime? Would it be 5? And then, yeah. You can look into C# flags to get more of an idea if you care to. Yeah, it's if I find myself in no powers of 2. Oh, okay, got it. Oh, 1 2. Oh, 1 2 4. Got it. Yeah. 1 2 4 8. Right. 1, or is it 2 4? Yeah. 1 2 4 8 16. Okay. With a 0. Got it. Yep. It's been a while, man. It's been a while since I played with that, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get. That's a very good idea. But because I've already like borrowed the code and done it for the other section with this just arbitrary if-then-else kind of approach, and because this is just the level editor, but I do agree that yours is this is what I was talking about. This is definitely much more efficient. So I will keep that in mind if I do this on the actual game production side. All right. So below, and because I only got 2 left now too. So, yeah. So if we go to left tile equals 1, excuse me. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that check. And then, let's see. For my movement script, I'm using input get axis horizontal and vertical. And for my camera follow, I am still working on that. And with screen boxes. Sweet, okay. Camera follow, if you're doing like, yeah, if you're doing just a top-down 2D kind of thing, you could just do a simple thing where whatever your camera height of Y is, you could just have a thing where, because the character can probably bounce around, you don't want to do a parent because the camera, especially if the character rotates, then the camera go kind of funky on you. But if you just do a situation on update, or even fixed update be more efficient, I guess. That way you don't have any kind of jumps, any kind of bobbles. But Yeah, every frame you just position the X and Y based off of your player's X and Y. Excuse me, X and Z. And then the Y you just have a fixed value on. Right. So, I mean, that makes sense. If you're using Unity 2019, you should look into the new input system. Let me ask you about that, Geek. I played with it a little bit. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think it's it's obviously a step up from what is currently there. To be honest, that is one of my least favorite things, is this bad boy. This input system. This thing drives me nuts, man. Absolutely freaking nuts. But I saw a couple demos of it, and I tinkered with it. It's more intuitive. Yeah. That's not saying much considering the old system and the condition it's in. But, I mean, do you think it is a better choice now? Well, number one, it's still in preview, right? So I'm skittish about stuff in preview, knowing that stuff could and probably most likely will change on you. But there is that, what is it called? Is it in Connect? Or is it in Control? Is the plugin? Because that's what I've been looking at. In Control. There you go. $35. And this is basically giving the input system that Unity should have had 10 years ago. So my question mark to you, Geek, is do you think that the new system in its current form is better than this? Or just different? Or what? The new system would be better to learn at this point. There you go. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. Maboob, if you want to go that route, there you go, buddy. Which is where, yeah. Yep. I concur. I see what you're saying. All right. So then we say if left, and then let's just do one final check here. Do that, and then finally there. Right tile and done. Okay, let's add some stuff. Let's see. Yeah, they are trying to get rid of the old input system, and I'm fine with that, man. Can't happen soon enough in my book. They've made it to V1 now. Even still in preview, it's unlikely to change significantly. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there is little point in learning it. So there is little point in learning it. Still a little bit of a hassle to set up, though. Yeah, that's one of the, I think it was Brackies that had a demo video on it. And that's kind of what I was noticing. He was, oh yeah, no reason to learn the, oh, absolutely. I totally agree that, yeah. At this point, I mean, you know, this game's been in production for a while. But yeah, if I was starting fresh right now, I would either do like the In Control plugin, or I would definitely try and jump on board with the new input system. But yeah, and I mean, you know, Unity's defense, right? As they've said, you know, they created the input system a decade ago, where they weren't even thinking about all the permutations in terms of consoles and all the different things that were out there. But it is definitely creaky, to say the least. I've been using In Control previously, but moving over to the new system now. Likewise. Interesting. Okay, Johnny, man, thanks for the feedback. That's interesting to know. So, okay, well, send me out some links. Do you guys have some good tutorials for it? I mean, Bracky's had that introductory one, but that was a few months ago. So I'm not sure. He was pointing out some stuff that he thought was still kind of broken. So I'm not sure if that was like an earlier build and if the updated version behaves better. But let me know if there's some decent links for it. I'll definitely take a look at it. Because inevitably, you know, I'll have a situation where I'm gonna have to dump the current input system because Unity will make it invalid from that point on. So I actually have that a couple of my older games that, as I mentioned before, were written in Unity script. I literally cannot load them up now and not have them blow up. So my first 3 games, I literally have to rewrite basically from the ground up because all the code is Unity script, which Unity doesn't support anymore, and all the plugins that I use are either dead or depreciated. So, you know, that's one of the bad things about Unity is that it's hard to go back to older titles and not have to do a ton. You either have to constantly update it all the time, or you got a ton of headaches, which is kind of the situation I'm in. I haven't found a good toot yet. I'm playing with Fire, but Haven't found it hard to use yet. Oh, that's good. I've just been following the documentation as well. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, this one, I'm at this point, I'm using input system. I'm just done, right? But for the next project, which will come up after this goes out the door, hopefully early next year, but at least in the middle of next year, the next project I will definitely move over. And, well, at that point, we'll probably have no choice but to dump the input system, which I cannot wait to do. Playing with fire equals just docs. Thanks for the translation. I hadn't heard that phrase before, but I like that. Yeah, I am big on tutorials, right? That's the first thing I do is kind of like, as a matter of fact, that was a funny story. So I live here in Vegas, and Vegas has a thing called G2E, which is sort of like E3 for slot machines, right? And Unity was there, excuse me, and I went up to their programmer there, right? And I was asking him tons of questions, right? I was kind of like, okay, what about this? What about this? What about this? And it's so funny because he goes, I don't know. I honestly don't have an answer for that. He goes, but I tell you what I do. I just Google everything. You know, he goes, go hunt, you'll find it. And then sure enough, he did. My situation, so interesting thing. Actually, I'll point this out. You guys might find this interesting. Excuse me. So what I had, the situation was, if I still have it up. Yeah, I do. So I showed this before. So I animate in Maya, right? So my situation now is the fact that this is a 2D guy, right? So if I go into perspective and I show this, he is nothing but this, you know, just sprites. But the catch is I cannot bring this into Unity and not have it converted into mesh, right? And that's my situation. So my workaround, which has been really crappy, my workaround has been to take the Tribble, load it in, and just put a bunch of sprites lined up and matched and parented to all those joints, right? So for example, I'll show you. Let me go to my prefabs, if I can find it. Prefabs. Maybe. There he goes. So if I expand this out, if I go big, look at that. So here's this component is what came out of Maya originally, right? And then what I had to do is take these sprites, and I have two sets. I have one that is just by itself, and rather than color a sprite in real time, because once you do that, it clones it, which I learned the hard way, right? So I have two sets of sprites, right? One is just the standard, and one is the red damaged. But so I had to take, this is the Maya version, and then I have the sprites that attach to it. So I just take the Maya and I turn off the mesh render. And the problem with mesh is that it always goes behind sprites, right? No matter what you do, right? It will always be behind sprites. And what he told me, and I had no idea, was that there was a script that someone wrote a couple years ago that exposes the sort layer feature, right? That right now is only visible in sprites. And it turns out is actually available for anything. It's there. It's just never exposed in the inspector window. So he tossed me this little script, which was just freaking awesome. He found it on Google. So if I go into editor, there you go, mesh renderer sorting editor. So he just found the script in GitHub. This has like been sitting out there for a couple of years, right? And I dropped that in, and now I have exactly what I need. Now I have the ability of taking my sorting layers, excuse me, and applying that to the mesh that I import from Maya, which I'm not going to go back and do that on my current characters because they're done. There's no reason to add work to something that's finished. But for the new characters that I'll be doing, and I still have several to import into the game, I'm definitely going this route. So it saves me the trouble of trying to apply the sprites, you know. But so that's what the whole point of that long-winded story is, just to point out that I'm big on digging stuff out of Google and absolutely, because yeah, when I look at just docs, as you say, playing with fire, I tend to definitely get off the beaten track, and you know, so many times the definitions will be just the line itself with no context, and that doesn't help me. I will look up the new input system tomorrow. Tired to do it now. Yeah, dude, you're like what, 2 a.m. now, aren't you? 2:16 or something? You're late. I know you are, man. But yeah, like you said, I mean, it's a fun idea, especially for someone that's just getting started. Definitely give the new system a good look, for sure. Okay, so let's come back here. So now I did all that fun stuff. Right. So now I can actually start throwing some tiles in there. Pardon? So I did my check. So I'm just going to borrow that line. Good. All right, so let's see if this actually works. Excuse me. Okay. So if it's above and below, then we're going to do the connected. So we got to find out who the connected guy is. Oh, it's only, okay. It's only 17 minutes after midnight there. Gotcha. 8. Okay, so yeah, 8 hours ahead. Lucifer Twitch. Yeah, hey! Lucifer Twitch is now following. Buddy, thanks for the follow, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I never go to docs. Google is by far the best resource, isn't it though, man? Now the only caveat is that you'll get 5 responses and all of them are different and 4 of them don't work, you know. You have to get up early though? Oh, okay. Well, you know, keep playing with Penny as much as you want, man. And then you can call it a night when you're ready. But yeah, Lucifer, yeah, I totally agree, man. I mean, it's, you know, years ago that was the standard MO, right? Is you go to the docs and you search the docs. But yeah, now it's just absolutely, you just go straight to Google and you try and phrase the question. And after this many years of Unity being around, that is another benefit for people that are starting out now, is that they have the benefit of a decade plus worth of questions being asked, right? So odds are really high that whatever you're trying to find out, someone else has tried to find out earlier. So that is definitely a fringe benefit. Okay, so now I got to figure out, so if he's top and below. Yeah, Lucifer, thanks, buddy. All right, let's celebrate that with a bombing run. What do you say? Here you go. Everyone's going to fly now. Boom. There you go. Thanks, buddy. And Lucifer got rewarded with a star catch. There you go. Alright, so now I gotta figure out, where's my cheat sheet? Excuse me. Alright, now I gotta, Alright, so I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just sort of like, just to make sure I have stuff working, I'm gonna ignore the left and right side, because what I'll have to do then is actually look at the tiles underneath and figure out which side he's on. That's gonna get a little more complicated. So I'm gonna just, you know, you have to crawl before you can walk, right? So let's crawl. So we're just treat this always like we're just going to be putting lava on this side. So that would make it 5. So let's come back and look at our sheet here. All right. So let's look for 5. He is element 4. So lava tiles 4, that should be correct. All right, so if he's not below, now we're gonna let's see. We do have a above tile, but it's gonna be left, above left. So if he's above and he's left, that means it needs to be an elbow. So that'd be bottom right. So that would be 6, but we have to turn it 180. So let's find out. 6 is number 5. But we need to do the matrix thing. We have to enter the matrix. Alright. So this is what I was talking about, spinning the tile. So in this case we're using it, but it's on the wrong side, so we need to flip it. And I'm not sure which one is correct, so I'm just going to guess 90. And I can correct it if that's not the case. And then I do need to send out updates to the other ones, but yeah, I'll figure that out here in a second. Once again, can't get too far ahead of myself. I want to do like 5 things at once, but I just need to make sure that it's actually checking itself correctly first. So we'll start with that. All right. So then we go, so if it's 5, so it'd be 24. 6. Oh, that's not knee. That's the wrong one. Crap. It's 3 that I wanted. Which is actually 0. Ah. Okay. So that's the correct one now. Left, elbow right, 29. Alright, so I'm probably mangling this, but at least I'm going to get something. I'm going to get the right part, but it may be like turned wrong, but that's okay. Just getting a start is good. So if it's just above, then we just do the connect. Alright. So if we sing it below, then it's going to be an elbow? Yeah, then it's going to be a knee. Excuse me. So, you know what? I'm not even going to spin these guys anymore. I'm just going to see if I can get the right tile to pop up in the first place. So knee is 6. That's 3. Oh no, I do want elbow. Sorry. So 26. Where's 26? Oh, I'm the wrong. Oh crap! Did I look at the wrong one? I did screw that up, didn't I? Damn it. In school, a weird thing happened. My friend punched and knocked out a girl just because she chucked a drink at him. It was so random. Now he's going to a bad kid school called PEK. I think that's how you spell it. Jeez, man. That's scary. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh, is that a friend of yours or just someone you knew? Oh, you said friend. Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. And the early development of the game in Unity, just a simple 2D pixel art hack and slash. I am a programmer, but graphics elude me, so going with pixel art as it's easier to start off with fits the genre a little better. Lucifer, yeah, it makes sense, man. Makes total sense. Stick to your strengths. And that's cool. I mean, you know, if you make something that's fun to play, invariably you're probably going to find some people to come on board and provide you. I mean, because isn't that what happened with Downwell? If I remember the story correctly, Downwell was making the game, and the gameplay was just, you know, so addictive that he had some art guys come on board and just kind of spruce stuff up for him, right? You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I saw. I was meant to have a boxing match with him as well. Oh, geez. Okay. You have to find a new opponent, I guess. All right, I think I totally screwed this up. I'm going to just, you know what? I'm going to just start throwing stuff in here just to make sure that I got something correct. All right, so in this case, it would... So if we blow and we're saying left, so it's below left, it would be the knee, not the elbow. So that would definitely be 6. Which is 5. Alright, so this is all going to be wrong, but at least I got something popping up. And I can correct it here. Knee, so 12. 10. Alright, almost there. Let's see, if below tile, and then, oh, I gotta do this, else, then it's just gonna be a standard connect, right? Gotta remember to add that bad boy, like so. Alright, so left, if left is equal to that, and then right is equal to that. And then, in that case, then it's gonna be just a horizontal 10, rotate on 90, but we'll do that later. Oh, let's get the right value. 8. You know what? Actually, either way, it's going to be the same, isn't it? Oh, no, no, no. It might be an end piece. Okay. And then I got to figure out the tile that's behind it to get the right one. He was scared of me, but now we're all shocked. So he might have surprised you in that ring, man. But as you mentioned before, you're kind of a big dude. So I gotta imagine he's pretty much a big dude as well, right? I mean, if he's willing to like go in a boxing match with you, he must be pretty big. All right, so then we want end piece. 24. Yeah, we'll just try that. All right, so this is going to be all kinds of wrong, but hopefully these get in the neighborhood. Let me throw this in here just for my own edification. Like so. Like so. I'm really bad about documenting my own code, which is bad when you come back a year later and you just look at it and kind of go, I have no idea what this code does. Okay, in my case, like a week later. I'm old, so, you know, I'm getting borderline senile. He's a bit quicker than me, but not as powerful. So he can like you know, stick and run, right? But if you catch him, it's kind of like a Princess Bride, you know, with Dread Pirate Roberts. If you can keep away from him, right, you're good. But if you get caught, then he's in trouble. He was going to wear 10-ounce gloves. I was going to wear 12-ounce. Jeez. Okay, that's not doing crap. Okay, am I not actually submitting it to it? Let's see. No. Update tile. Alright, let's see where we're getting to. Let's at least make sure that we're actually doing the check. Let's see. Nope, we're not. Interesting. Alright, so probably naming error. Let's find out. Let me take that out of max so I can see what's going on. Nothing. Really? So I'm not even hitting update tile. Okay. So that explains that. I'll mouse down. Check tile. Really? Oh, I'm doing it here. Okay, go to definition. Ground lava. That is correct. So should be hitting that one. Okay, so I am hitting there. So we're hitting that. And then check lava tile. Okay, so we're doing check lava tile. Set tile. Okay, that's it. Or not doing an update. That's where we messed up. Okay. Let's see what we got. Vector 2. Yeah, just... That should be good. Okay. Alright, so we got all kinds of errors, but at least we're getting something out of that. Tile. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I did this hack where I drop an empty one in all these guys, but for the lava tile, because it's a whole new tile set that's laid on top of it, I didn't put anything in there. So so in this case, what we got to do is just see if it even exists. My boom. He is so addicted, man. Let's see. So we can't do... Let's see. Is not equal to null. Or actually, I could just do this, right? If it's legit, that should be enough, right? I'm just checking to make sure that the tile does truly exist there. Let's see if that gets us out of trouble. Let's see. Yeah, sweet. All right, so all the tiles are totally wrong, but it's actually changing to different tiles. So that's exciting. So it's wrong, but only partly wrong. Okay, so let's knock out this because we know this is working now. We don't need that anymore. We did have one that was out of bounds. Let's see. All right, so let's not just turn anybody. Let's not do that. Oh, I'm not doing a check, am I? I'm not checking to see if I'm on the edges, so that's probably stupid. That's going to break right away, but at least we're getting some things here. All right, switch. Sweet. All right. What's that? 29. It doesn't like 29? Lava tile set 29. Oh, jeez. Good reason, because it doesn't exist. Okay. So I fed it the wrong one there. Okay. So, who are we trying to add here? So, above tile does exist. Excuse me. And a right tile does exist. So, I guess that was actually... I screwed up here. I said 29. Yeah. So, I gotta look to see who 29 is on here. So, 24. The Jack Bauer number. There you go. Switch that back to 24. So I guess I can spin these guys. I'm not going to do that because I'm spinning it wrong anyways. So I shouldn't even be spinning these guys. That's foolish to spin them because I don't know which way is correct right now. Sweet. Yeah, so I'm not getting any errors. So it is looking at its surroundings, and it's trying to give me the correct one. So if I just click by itself, there's nobody there. So here, actually that was, look at that. That's exactly the correct one to do. So he looked at the neighbor there, right? Well, no, I guess not technically. I guess it should have not been an elbow. That should have been an end piece. But at least it detected it. So let's see what if we do on this side. Well, so much for that. I did the wrong one. But it's trying. I mean, there's actually some not far off, but that's great. I mean, at least the base part of the code is working there. So now I can go back in and start looking and correcting which tiles need to be there. So let's go back and do that. Actually, I'm going to duck out, do a quick restroom break. You guys hang tight, and I'll be right back. Alright. And we're back. I even turned on the microphone this time. So look at that. I'm already doing so much better than I normally do. Alright. So we got this thing actually kind of working. Now let's try and see if we can get it to work correctly. So first thing, let's just go through this and just write down the list. So yeah, update lava tile. We'll start with the first one, which will be right here. So above tile, if there is above and there's below, then we should be getting a connect. So let's see if that works correctly first. So put one here. Oops. That's back. That's the foreground. We want lava. So one here, and put in between. It did connect it. Excuse me. So yeah, so these are just because if it's by itself, there's never going to be a tile by itself. So I just kind of arbitrarily put what is, in essence, the underground lava, which I guess just to signify that better, let me just do this. Let's go. Update tile. my mom is so addicted. Oh, my poor Penny. She didn't get this much exercise in the real world. Where are you at? Oh my God, you're 200. Oh, jeez, man, you're destroying it. Okay. So okay, let's check. All right, so 26, and let's go ahead and throw a rotation on him. Oh, that's delete. So yeah, so let me put this back on. So that, in theory, should make it so it's light on top and dark down below. Just as a placeholder, but yeah, that's correct. Good. So once again, as I said, tiles will never be by themselves. A lava tile will never be by itself. So this is sort of just a placeholder kind of thing. It's when you get one side by side, and then it's going to call back to the other ones and straighten them out, but not yet. C# for games and C# for programs are very different. Are you just talking like in general, or are you talking about through Unity itself? Because it seems to me the Unity is pretty still a lot of the same, right? But I mean, if you're talking like outside of Unity, then absolutely. All right. Okay, so this is a good one to start with. So right there. So that's a nice thing, but wrong. So no, in general. Oh, okay. So we're gonna say if there's one to the right. So update lava tile. So this one we're going to say there is only a right tile. So that's going to be the one at the very bottom here. To our right, yes. So in that case, we don't want 24. We want... Let's see. Connect elbow. All right, let me look. My cheat sheet's failing me here for the second here. Let me go back into my images, tiles. Find out what I specifically want. I want this guy, which is 16. Did I have that on my... Yeah, okay, it's the connect. But I gotta rotate them. All right, and let's see where 16 is. He's at 13. Yeah, I wasn't even close. 13, and I do have to rotate him. But I'm not sure by what amount. We'll just guess 90 and go from there. Alright. Right there, and then boom. Oh! Right tile, wrong direction. Okay, so let's go 270. That should get us to this right spot. Oops. Try that again. There he goes. Sweet. All right. So that's my very first actually correct one. Okay, so that's totally incorrect. So we can work up from there. So 4. There's one to our left. Let's see. One is to our left. So that, let's go check. 4 is actually 3. So if it's just by himself, it's 3. But if they're side by side, then it should be connect, which is 10, which is 8, but I need to rotate it 1. Rotate 90. Like so. Good. Okay, so this should give us the left and right sides being correct now. So switch, we go here. So if we say left, he did that correct. He did that correct. Sweet. And then if we, let's see, if we do it this way, and that should, oops, it's the right tile, but incorrectly returned. So he's 270 as well? I guess so. Boom. Ah. Boom, boom. There it is. Okay, good. So just the clicking on the tile there. So if you click on it directly, then it's actually doing it. This, I'm actually getting horizontal to work correctly. There you go. So that's a good start. There. It's not updating the neighbors, but still. Okay. So that now works. Now we got to worry about elbow 1. So that's 3 and 24. 2 and 20. Okay. So now we get back to this. So there's one above us and one to the side. So left tile. Oh shoot. Two and 20. I think that's correct. Alright. It's probably going to be turned wrong, but hopefully I at least got the correct tiles chosen. Ah, keep forgetting. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be the wrong one. So I did reverse. So 20 and 2, and we have to rotate, I think, 180. We'll see if that's correct. There. Okay. Shoot. Alright, so yeah, back to the 270 again. The tiles are correct. I got the right one chosen, but the spin was not correct. But getting there. Okay, so boom, boom. Crap. Really? My boob, you should have quit while you're ahead, buddy. Oh, wait, you're still ahead. Never mind. Okay. There it is. Bingo. All right, so now the elbow works correctly. So that doesn't work right yet, but let's see. So if there's one above it, and it should be actually an elbow. Oh, you know what? Crap. That's right. I'm doing the wrong one. I'm thinking of the platform tile. I'm not thinking of the lava. So I'm actually using the wrong one here. So let me get my cheat sheet out here. So it is elbow. 26 and 29. 21 and 24. My mistake. Was not thinking that through correctly. Boom, boom. Okay. Tile is definitely correct now, but the rotation on that one is wrong, but he looks correct. So he is a full 180. I really like the green dots. They are there. It helps level creation more easier. Yeah, I actually did it just as a temp placeholder, but yeah, I kind of the same thing. I like the fact that they were there to let you know, so I ended up leaving it in. It was not really the intention originally. So if it's up and right, we need to rotate. So if it's above and there's one to the right, we need to rotate that another 180. So that is 270. There it is. Oh shoot. No, that's the wrong one. That's the thick. It's hard to see, but yeah, the elbow is the correct one, but I actually have reversed because the bottom horizontal should be thicker lava and then the vertical should be thinner. So as a result, actually I got this reversed. So let me flop that around. 24 and 21, which probably means that my rotations are wrong again. We'll find out here in just a second. Yeah. Both. All right. So he just needs to be undone by 90, and he needs to go more by 90. So it's right. So he needs less. 180. Oh, I guess we're both 180. All right. So that was a roundabout way of like putting all the wrong ones in place with the wrong rotation. Crap. That's still wrong. Crap. Is that 0? Did I go the wrong direction? Yeah, I just did it the wrong way. Cool. Alright, so next thing to check is that one. Let's fix that one. That's actually correct, but just not rotated. And then I'm going to have to figure out... Ooh, sorry about that. I have to check corners for these guys to figure out which way they get rotated. Or I could actually look at the sprite below, and if it's what his name is. Let's go that route. So we have above. Oh, why am I... You know what? These are 0. Why do I even have them in there now? They're not rotating. I am coming back. Need to do something. All right, man. Penny will wait for you. And I'm going to be here. Actually, I'm not going to make it to 6 o'clock today. I'm going to make it to 5:30 today. have some plans that kind of crept up on me. But yeah, I'm here for another 45 minutes, 40 minutes. All right, so I keep doing that. Really? I guess I do have to. That's weird. Alright, so I thought I was not actually having an effect since I was just doing Euler value of 0, but I guess that is actually doing some kind of rotation on it. Who'da thunk? Yeah. Alright. So that's good, that's good. And then this one. Really? You guys didn't turn it at all there. Unless that's not the right one. Oh, okay. I'm probably looking at above, aren't I? Yeah, it's below. Yeah. Yep, I was messing with the wrong one. So, that one. Okay, I'll leave that for the time being, but this one is actually one I want to mess with. Say 4. And I still think it's going to be 90. So one is going to be correct and one will be off 180, I think. They're both wrong. Welcome back. Welcome back. That was a short trip. Alright, maybe it is 0 on these guys as well. There it is. Yeah, good. Alright, so now we have the rotation working correctly on one and wrong on the other, which means I gotta check to find out the guy below to see which way he needs to turn. But, that's pretty good. And I can, if I go like this, there you go. Corrects all that stuff too. Alright. So, let's see. I gotta figure out the name of that one. Let's see, elbow. Let's see, that is elbow left 2629. Yeah. Yep, that's the correct one. So grab that. Let's see. We do have a below tile and so what we do is check the name of it. There's probably a cleaner way to do this, but this is the way I do know. So we say we're going to get the tile, which is one below us, -1. I'll say name. Oh, what did I do wrong here? Oh, close that off. Equals. There we go. That should be all we need right there. Alright, and then so should have to rotate that 180. Let's see if that does it. Someone's going to turn. I'm not sure if I just turned the wrong one or not, but we'll see. There it goes. Bingo. So I did it. Turned it right on the first try. Cool. Oh, shoot. Or, okay, so I have to check to see, it could be multiple things. So if it's equal to that one or the same as itself. And that's probably like 4. Is it? Yeah, I didn't do it. 04. It didn't do it. Okay, so we'll say if it's equal to or it's equal to 4, then it needs to rotate at 180. So, shoot. That ain't right. Okay. Oh, I know that's not right, but why did that not? Oh, no, okay. Really? Not sure why that was wrong. Okay, so it's not rotating that, is it? Okay. Ah. So we are okay, we're hitting that one too. Okay. Well, let's figure out what the heck that name is then. When in doubt, log it out. That's my mantra. Okay. 26. It's 5. Huh, okay, I guess that's correct. Okay. Oh, wait a second. I guess I don't have to rotate it then. Okay. Oop. I don't know, man. You keep doing that, you're gonna end up tied with me again. You gotta work on that wrist, man. It's right when you release the frisbee. You gotta get perfect. There. Okay, there he goes. And now that one's backwards. Come on. Alright, so what I need to do is not reverse them, but so 5 and 8. 4 and 6. Let's see. Alright, so I'm rotating that, but I should have just used the other one because that way I can check the name afterwards. You need a better angle. There you go. Alright, so hopefully both of these are... Oh, totally wrong, but... 8 and 5. Good. So let me reverse these. I guessed wrong. 50-50 shot, and I guessed wrong. Wow. Okay. Interesting. So it's like flipping it. Okay, so it's 5. Okay, I guess I got the 8. I guess I got that backwards. 8. Hmm. This is 5. May I link? Absolutely, dude. Sure. 8, and that was 5. Let's take a look here. Oops. There it goes. Try it one more time here. There you go. Okay, so I'll create auto tiles. So give me a little context. So auto tile generator window. So it's just taking all the original tiles and compiling it together, or is it making like a rule tile automatically or something? Oh, comments are in the post. Yeah, but see, that requires reading, man. You have to be literate to do that. Starts with a VX type texture design and creates a new texture and the tile. Tile map added. You still have to read chat. No, I have a little person that signs it to me. They do it really slowly. They mouth it, and I just read their mouth. Tile map added. Tile palette window. Palette created. Tile added to palette. Yay. Tiles being placed will automatically detect and change and update the tiles. Sweet. Wow, man. Okay. It's still reading. Wait, so it's... Okay, so you're still actually responsible for generating all the tile map stuff, right? And saving it and doing all that, the tile palette stuff, right? That's not automated. That's you stepping through it yourself. But once that's actually created and you, tile added to the palette. Yep. There you go. And then you drag it in there, and there it is. So, oh, okay, so you're just dragging the carpet. Okay, you made the script to create the tile for me. Okay. So how are you getting away with the auto rule tile? That's what I'm fascinated by. How you're automating that? Oh, got it. Okay, so it creates the new texture with the 47 images. Sweet. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, now I can see it. It's hidden right there. So that's what it takes, and that's what it produces. And the tile part. Dude, that is slick, man. That is impressive. Wow. Based on the one texture that's in the VX format. All right. That is sweet. So but for me, I still have a catch because, I mean, that is very cool, by the way. But for me, a situation that I have is the fact that it's not always a one-to-one relationship. I'll give an example. Let me go full screen here. So how would you deal with this? So I have like my, let me switch back to foreground. Stop. Platform. There. So we have this, right? But I have two different edge pieces. I have the standard elbow, but if I hold down control, I can actually do a diagonal piece. Right? So I've been doing that with just massive amounts of tile rule overrule type kind of scenarios. But I don't know if that's something that can even be considered in yours, or if it's just a strict one-to-one, it's always going to do it like this. Or is there any way to have it do alternates? I mean, I'm not sure how you can do that in a tile rule without having an override or something. I'm not too sure, but that's slick, man. That is actually a very cool piece of programming. Is that something you're going to package up and put on the store, or is that just something that you're doing for yourself? It can be considered, but not the case it was designed for. Exactly, I totally get that. What you're doing was automating the rule tile scenario, which I totally get. One day, yes. Sweet. Well, I look forward to seeing it on there, man. Because that is definitely a pain. Going through all those steps, definitely. And yeah, because I mean, having to drag all the stuff in there and generate the rule tiles manually is obnoxious, for sure. All right. So, getting distracted, shiny keys. I completely lost myself. All right. So I did do that, but I just got to rotate both of them. Yeah. All right. So let's get some rotation going on there. Yep, my boob's back up to 190 again. I don't know, man. Can you get past that 200 threshold that you're at before? But it only works from the VX Ace style texture. Gotcha. So yeah, you have to pre-design it to fit that perfectly. I get you. Which is cool in itself. Yeah, I totally agree, man. That whole concept is broke again. It looks like it's working. I don't see a black screen. Here. There you go. I'm playing. Yeah, I mean, that stuff just kind of boggles my mind. The mathematics of that, right? How that is the perfect formula to produce all those. But that's cool, man. Geek, thanks for sharing. If you look at this. Oh, gotcha. It's what you looked at to create. Gotcha. And that's probably what the guys that made the rule tile started playing with, but the fact that you've automated it is absolutely very cool, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's the four, like the inside and the outside, and then the full 4x4 grid. Gotcha. Gotcha. And yeah, I see the difference here. You can't have it at one. You got to have it split enough that it can actually do all the rule tiles there. Slick, man. That is very cool. Way over my ability too. There's no way my brain could not comprehend the math on that for sure. All right. All right, so this is where we were. So let's see, we had one below. So it should be these guys. 90. Oh, what the heck? Let's just throw both to 90, see what we get. Excuse me. It wasn't. says the man that can understand that correctly, right? You know. Oh, shoot. I broke the... Actually, I did the wrong thing, didn't I? Let's see. 5 and 8. Let me pay attention here before I screw this up. 4 and 6. Alright, so 4. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I get the same thing too. I mean, like the animation stuff, right? I mean, for me, because I've been doing animation for like over 20 years now, you know, it's one of those things that it does come second nature to me. But you know, it's still, when I see stuff that I don't comprehend, I'm amazed by it and fascinated by it. Alright, so if above tile, below tile, above and below, then we're just connecting, right? Alright, but we're down here, so we're saying... Oh, no, we're down here, so we're below. There it is. Yeah, here one, here two. Okay. 4, 6. Alright, so I'm just going to try both of these at 90 and see where that gets me. Now that I've actually found the right one that I'm messing with. It gets out of hand. I have plans to try and switch it to a shader, then I might release it so I don't have to do the cutting up. Oh wow, okay. Would that, I'm just curious, would that give you any kind of performance boost, or would that become less performant as a shader? I'm not sure. I mean, I see what you're getting on the simplicity side for not having to cut it up, but I'm just curious if how that affects the performance one way or the other. Jerk. Jerk. Uh-oh. Alright, so that did nothing. So, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to, like, 180. I wish I could do this. I guess I could do it at runtime, but ground lava. Okay. Perfect, only opposite. So if we drop these back to 0, that should mean both should be perfect now, correct? You could then toss multiple tiles into one texture, shade and run. Save on disk space, draw calls. Oh, sweet. Okay, so then that's fascinating. So even though it's doing it as a custom shader, you actually are going to get a performance boost. That's extremely cool. Really? How did I just reverse that? Oh, damn it. It's getting frustrating. So I got that one correct. Ah. Yeah. So when I do it the right order, that's fine, but okay, good. So it's working. I just got to make sure I actually hit the code that I just fixed. Otherwise, it ain't gonna help it. Like so. There we go. We're making headway. Good. So that's fine that way. So let's go the other direction. So now going up works if you build up. Let's see where we are the other direction. Oh. Okay, right tiles, but the wrong rotation. So that's a knee, so that's 6 and 12. This is 5 and 10. Yeah. 5 and 10. Okay. So let's try. Start with 0. Since I don't understand why that would change it. It seems to me that that would be the correct rotation to begin with, but yeah. Shoot. Okay, that one's wrong. Really? Ah. Okay. So let's start with no rotation. So if we say below. So below is good. Now we got to do above. Let's see. All right, running out of time here. I'm down to my last 10 minutes, but tell you what, I'll do one more gratuitous plug here. Let me fire that back up again. So yeah, I would love if you guys just take a second. I know most of you guys are probably on Discord, so that is my Discord server there. So I hope you guys consider joining me over there. Talk more about the game and anything else you want to. But yeah, I'm always pretty much on there. So if you want to shout at me outside of the stream, that's the best place to reach me. What is that? That's my auto tile. Oh, geez, man, that's it right there. Oh, sweet. Well, thanks for posting that, man. That's sweet. Yeah, so, I mean, if you turn in a shader, I think that would definitely be something you could throw on the store and make some bucks off of. But, yeah, thanks for sharing. There you go. That is the script. Yeah, so far beyond me. Jeez, man, that's short, too. That's literally 92 lines to do that whole thing. I never would have guessed that. I would have thought it'd been a lot more involved than that. Give you an idea how you can do your tile easier. If I really knew what I was doing, I totally agree. All right. So yeah. So I might stop down here. I got 9 minutes. I guess I can try and squeeze in this one last one. How about that? I'll try and get the above working correctly. So if above and below, we don't care about him at the moment. Hey, Geek did a follow too, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. So, let's see. 421. 5 and 8. 1 sec here. So it's 4 and 6. So good luck. Thanks, man. Thanks. Oh, did you get that one? You did. Look at that, man. Increased the lead. All right. Let's celebrate with one more bombing raid here. Last one of the day. There's a bunch of people blow up down there. Look at that. But yeah, let me just also, I'm still gonna go a little longer, but just big shout out to everyone that's hanging out with me. I do appreciate you guys hanging with me, man. Definitely makes it a little more enjoyable for me, for sure. Not a little, a lot more actually. But yeah, still one-man wrecking crews, still one-man company. So it's just you know, I got no coworkers to like just blow all my time with. So I enjoy this. All right. So that works before. So I'm gonna do this. up here. Above. Oh, you know what? We're going to do this. All right. This can go in here. Really? I thought I had that correct. I don't mind explaining my code if you want to know how it works. I would. Give me a chance to actually look at it. I might be able to like figure out some of this stuff, but yeah, I'll definitely hit you up with my questions on there. Just trying to see if I can squeak out this last one before I call it a day. Sounds good. Yeah, man. And I appreciate you hanging out, man. I appreciate you sharing too. I mean, it's funny because when I started streaming a year ago, right? And I was very self-conscious when I began because I knew my coding skills were like that, right? But I gotta admit, I thought I was gonna get just like destroyed by the guys that really know what they're doing. But I gotta admit, man, the programmers have been very cool to me. They have not like trashed me. Yeah, every now and then someone like tweak me a little bit. But for the most part, you know, most of the programmers have been very cool, just kind of going, dude, you could just do this and it's going to make it so much better. It's kind of like, oh shit, that's true. Thank you, man. All right. So let's do this. So we got to move this up to +1. Aim. All right, so we got to find the right ones though. So if it's an elbow. Oh, it's knee, sorry. So it's 6 and 12. So if it's 5 or 10. 5 or 10. The one above is a knee, 5 or 10. Then we're going to make this 6 and 4. Try that. See what that does for us. Gonna go see you later, Discord. Maboom, take care of yourself, buddy. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. Thanks for coming around and thanks for keeping Penny happy. One last toss for him. Oh, that one didn't actually catch, did it? Did you spell it correct? Yeah, it looked right. No, you have an A in there. There's a toss a disc. I think it's just toss disc. There you go. So, shoot, that didn't. Or did actually might have. No, it didn't do it. No, okay, I'm close, but not quite correct. All right, I'll get that figured out. But some of this is actually working. So I did make some good headway on this today. Ooh, that broke. Crap, it was working. Okay. I just broke what I had working before. That's not good. Wow, I gotta do some serious undos here. Oh no, I got some errors, that's why. I think that's what threw it, but knock that out. Give it one more try here. I don't think you are refreshing the adjacent tiles. Not yet. No, I'm not. I do that for this one. Oh, shoot. I just been so bad about not hitting the button. That time I actually hit it when I don't want to. So yeah, this one I'm doing that. For the foreground tiles, you can see that I'm actually refreshing the neighboring tiles, right? So I have that working on that part, but for the lava is mainly just whatever I'm clicking on. That's the one I'm trying to fix first. So I'm not, I got to get the one I'm clicking on working correctly, and then I'll come back after the fact and address the surrounding tiles. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, some of this is working. Some of the horizontal stuff is working. But I got to work on vertical. Yes and no. I could have done the refresh all at the same time, especially with your what you're talking about, but that's just, you know, not my yeah. So, long story short, I need this game to do well enough that I can hire programmers to do this crap a lot more efficiently and a lot faster and a lot better. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet. Unfortunately, people when they work, they like to get paid for their work. Which I guess I have to respect that. So until I finally get this game out and hopefully get some serious cash, then I'm calling it. I am too. Johnny Ray, thank you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, man, my pleasure. $10 an hour right here. Seriously? $10 an hour. Where are you located, man? You are definitely not in the United States. But yeah. Seriously, Geek, hit me up on Discord, man. We'll have that discussion. Wait, how are you doing $10 an hour? Oh shoot. Oh man, my drink just exploded on me. How are you doing $10 an hour in Texas, buddy? That's crazy. Okay, seriously though, because I had to, oh, okay, gotcha. You got the day job. Okay, that makes sense. But seriously, yeah, please hit me up on Discord, man. You got my Discord link, and maybe we can talk about that. Probably not on this one because I still don't have the cash to bring on the proper people, but yeah, we could talk because there's more stuff in the wings, but waiting to get going. But I guess you know what? I still got 10 people hanging out with me today, so I'm gonna try and do a raid, which I have not done in ages. All right, so let's do a search here. Let's do let's do browse. Science technology. All right, let's see what we got. Let's look for. Oh wait, we can do a filter, can't we? Let's do a filter by Unity. Got to support my Unity friends. Wait, none found? No one's. Seriously? Okay, I'm not sure. That sucks. Game dev. Oh, well, yeah, but no. What the heck? All right, we'll search old school. Let's come down here. So we got. Oh, maybe no one actually has tossed a Unity. Oh, 2 words. Game development. Yeah. Well, I'm in science and technology, so I'm in that category, but I was just looking for one specifically that had Unity attached to it. Wait, there's something wrong because maybe it's Unity because I have that tag on there myself, so I'm not sure why it's finding nothing. I thought there was a way to search, but Unity game dev. There we go. All right, this works. We'll do it this way. Unity 3D. He's got working on our own TRPG. I think that's going to be our guy right there. So, what is that? Kineo. There he is. All right, guys. We're going to do a raid. Fire that up. Here we go. All right, guys. You guys have yourselves a fantastic weekend. I will see you next Friday. Let's go raid. Adios.
Oh, hello, and thank you for the raid. Uh, Thank you, really appreciate it. It's a very boring time because we're like in the middle of programming and setting up stuff, and it's like the beginning of the game. So not much fancy things going on. I have to admit, I stream to work, but I'm under the impression that I'm streaming too early for like in-game development. Like there's still so much to do. So, I mean, some people might be interested in like the beginning of things, but I don't know. Oh, hand, come on. Bye bye. No, it's always like that. It's alright. Usually, if you stop streaming, it's for a reason. So, don't worry.